Hey guys, hello, hi, welcome to another Q&A with me. As you know, we just reached 400k subs on YouTube, and I feel like every once in a while I need to make a Q&A so you guys know me a little bit better. I wanted to change the scenery. We have the bedroom that you have not seen in so long. Audio is probably gonna sound like absolute garbage, I won't lie, because I need to just stop being a cheap ass and buy a better camera with a nice mic on it. But you know, it is what it is. We're here now. This is my third cup of coffee for today, and it's the best mug that's ever existed. And before we get started, I know what you guys are all thinking, and it's painful. Everyone is wondering right now, why are these empty? I don't know, okay? I don't know why I have empty picture frames on my wall. They're there. And they've been there and they're going to stay there. I got my comfy socks on. Thank you, Tofu, for these. Let us be saved from the foot fetish. It's very real and it's gotta go. Really though, I want to say a huge thank you guys for 400k on YouTube. It's fucking crazy. I never would have thought 3 years ago I would be where I am now, because yeah, we've only been doing this for 3 years, guys, and having all of you support me and kind of motivate me through this has been one of the best experiences of my life. I can't see myself doing anything else. I miss you guys. Every time I go some days without recording or go some days without streaming, I just end up missing everybody so fucking much. It's insane. And the best part of it is I do hear a lot from you guys that I get you through hard times, which was my goal for the channel in the first place. But what you don't know is you guys get me through hard times all the time. Even though it may seem like I am a bundle of joy, I do go through hardships just like everybody else. And yeah, without this channel and without your guys' love and support, I don't know where I would be. So thank you so fucking much. So all of these questions are coming from my Discord server. I just told everybody to like spam a section. I don't think some people even understood what was happening. No, seriously, some of you guys really did not understand. The best part was making that channel and literally typing out, you know, there's a 6-hour wait between questions, so make sure your question counts because you can't say anything else after that. And people just put hi, hi, hi. I'm not even shitting you. There was like at least 12 people who just put hi. And then they couldn't ask me a question or say anything afterwards. But you know, those are the best type of people, the ones that don't read instructions. Oh yeah, this is Biscuit. Biscuit is friend. Very soft pillow. Do you have drool on your face? Yeah. Oh god, he's drooly. Oh my god, this is dangerous. Everything is dangerous. Normally he's not allowed up here, but like, I know you guys want to see him. I know. Yes, there we go. He's part of Q&A now. Yeah. He's just sweet beau. Okay, I think we're ready. God, this dog stinks. Alright, first question. What does the meaning of life mean to me? God damn, that's an opener. I think for me, it sounds a little bit cliche, but the meaning of life is to literally live, to experience things, to love people, to give back into the world in some way. I know for me personally, I'm not happy unless I am putting back into people and things that I care about. I live for that. I literally live for you guys. You don't understand. I feel my absolute best when I am giving back to everybody, or when I'm traveling, when I am learning new things, when I'm doing new things. Basically, spreading love. To me, that is the meaning of life. What are my favorite houseplants? So, I actually do have some super favorites. I love monsteras because they're fucking gorgeous. I love rubber plants because they're beautiful and they have these like really dark leaves, and I know some of you guys are like, I don't even know what plants you're talking about. Pothos are super easy to grow. Basically what you see in my office space that's in the background is all pothos. He's so cute that I got distracted, I'm sorry. And like, you literally can't kill those plants. You have to try to kill them avidly. I also really love fig trees because they're badass. Why is he so cute? I think Luka is borderline distracting because he's so cute. Like, I can see him in the viewfinder and all I want to do is touch him. What tattoos do I plan to get? So I already got the 2. I got a Bloodborne lamp with the little messengers around it. I was trying to focus on Luka's face, so let's just block him out. I absolutely love this tattoo. It is so well done. My tattoo artist is a badass. And then I got the little moon ruin. As of right now, this still needs to be shaded with a little bit of color, so I am kind of like taking a pause, finish this, and then I'll think about future ones. What are the things you look for in a game? Like, what makes them great for you? For me, primarily, I look for story. I look for character depth and story development. So, that being said, I know some of you are thinking, well then, how the fuck do you love FromSoft games? And that was like a new experience for me when I started playing those, because I'd never played such a challenging game, first of all, in my entire life. I've never played something that was so satisfying as well. And with FromSoft games, obviously the story isn't in your face. You have to figure it out on your own, as well as any sort of character development you kind of have to figure out on your own as well. Those are like the exception to the things I usually look for, because FromSoft games are so fucking great. But what I usually look for is a good story. I literally live for a good story. Most of my favorite games are very story heavy, if you've noticed at all by chance. You know, The Last of Us, The Last of Us 2, we've got Spider-Man, we have The Witcher 3, and then obviously there are so many other games that I really love, but that's what I primarily look for. I want to immerse myself completely. I want to feel like these characters are real, and I want to get done with the game and miss them as if I knew them. What was the most impactful game I've ever played on my channel? So it depends on what kind of impactful you're meaning, you know, like impactful to me or to me and the community. Oh no, shush. Everything's gonna be all right. Yeah, it's just a car. For me personally, I feel like the most impactful game that I played on the channel with the community was Red Dead Redemption 2. I just got so much love and support during that playthrough. Luka is very mad at a car. There you go. So Red Dead Redemption 2 and Bloodborne, I think, were the 2 most impactful games that I played on my channel with the community as a whole. Like, everybody was so engaged in those games and we all had so much fun. And just ignore Luka because he doesn't know how to not talk when I'm talking. And then separating myself from that, the most impactful game for me personally was definitely The Last of Us 2. It was an experience, like a holy shit experience, and I didn't really recover from that game for like 2 weeks after I got done playing it. It took a minute. Honestly, that game hit hard. It hit hard as fuck, and it felt like you really knew those people, those characters personally. Will you ever travel and have meet and greets independently or at an event after COVID-19 settles down, or planning to? So, I would love to. I would fucking love to travel, first of all. I want to experience new places and things, and I would love to meet you guys at an event. It would be so cool. Just to be able to see the faces that I talk to or communicate on the regular with. It would be so exciting to meet people at an event and see everyone who's supported me through everything and actually see your physical smiles and be able to like chat a little bit would be fucking cool. So I hope one day I'll be able to do that at an event. It would be awesome to meet any of you. Do I have plans to in the works? No, unfortunately, I don't have anything that I know of. But yes, I would let you guys know if I did. If you could exist in any game, which would it be? I think I would choose The Witcher 3 because I love the Witcher world so fucking much. At the same time, it's kind of like, is that a smart decision? Like, I would only choose that if I ended up having some sort of special powers or something. Like, otherwise, it would just be shit. People always talk about do what you love. How does it feel to do what you love as a living? It feels fantastic. Honestly, I am so fucking grateful. I'm so grateful. You have no idea, to be able to do what I enjoy and what I'm passionate about every fucking day of my life is, I can't really put into words how grateful I am for all of you. Because really it's not just being able to play games that I love, but it's being able to hang out with you guys and talk with you guys and form a community around positivity where people can feel accepted and just be able to rely on each other. Like it means a lot. It means a lot to me. If you could say something to Marz from 2 years ago, who had just uploaded her first gameplay, what would you say? I guess I would say to relax a little bit, just because I was so shy and I was so anxious back then. Every gameplay that I uploaded, I was so nervous about, but also maybe just a reminder that good things will come. I know that there were multiple times in the very beginning of starting my channel that I felt really beat up, you know, like the comment section. Learning all of that stuff was really tough for me. Like, having the initial hate come at me was new. So in the beginning, I kind of took some of those harder than I should have, and I think as new creators, everybody does. You get those initial hate comments and you're like blown away because you've never experienced something like that before. It's disgusting, but it was the love and support from everybody that really got me through that. And now, because of that, I'm more capable of just brushing that shit off. I don't even acknowledge it really anymore. So yeah, I think I would probably remind myself to not let people bring me down and just keep going, because the voices who are silent are usually your biggest supporters, and the ones who are screaming the loudest are the few and far between. Felt like you guys could not hear me from that far away, so you're closer. Okay, what inspired you to become a content creator? So I do think this has been answered a couple times on my channel. I don't want to go into too much depth because it's been talked about so often. You can kind of see some of that in my health related videos, in some of my past Q&As, I mentioned it as well. But for me, what inspired me to become a content creator was after I went through some pretty bad health related issues. I ended up figuring out I had scoliosis, I had degenerative disc in my low back, my neck was super messed up, I couldn't basically get out of my bed for 1.5 years of my life, and I was in constant excruciating pain. I was always at the doctor's office, and I really like lost a lot of my support system in my friends. So I didn't really have anybody during that time in my life, and it was devastating. I think that a lot of us take our health for granted until you truly lose it. You don't even think about it, and that's not something bad to feel bad about, because it's just, you know, you haven't experienced it, so you just don't know. You just don't think about it. But when it does happen and you realize how important it is to have your health and how important it is to have those social structures and the community around you and your friends and the support, and just to not feel alone, it's pretty mind-blowing when that gets taken away from you. So during that time, I've always watched Let's Plays, first of all. I always have played games, but during that time in particular, I really kind of indulged myself in Let's Plays because I couldn't have contact outside of my bedroom. You know, I couldn't go to school, I couldn't work a job, I didn't really have friends that wanted to hang out with me. Like, I didn't have anybody aside from, at the time, my ex. And he was working all the time, as well as very stressed out because he would come home tired from work, and I would be like, I need to talk to somebody because I haven't talked to anyone all day, and he would just want to kind of go to sleep. So my basic social life was hearing the lives of these Let's Players, and at least having their voices every day or every other day remind me like what it's like to communicate with someone, and to be able to laugh with somebody or cry with somebody or get jump scared with someone helped pull me through one of the lowest times in my entire life. So when I finally started to get my health back, thanks to the chiropractor, thanks to continuing to like push through and work out, and it's been a long process, guys. Like, I'm still not completely there, and I will never be completely there with scoliosis, but it's been a process. But after that, when I finally started thinking about what I wanted to do, I figured why not try to create something for people as well? Why not play games and try to connect with people and give people a place to belong, or a place to get their minds off of the things that they're going through as well. I wanted to be able to do that for other people. And so when I started it, I kind of started the channel on a whim. I did not fucking think that it would take off. I did not. Like, I can't even begin to explain to you guys how surprising that was. I really didn't think that this was gonna be a thing. I thought maybe I would be able to touch a couple people's lives. Like, this shit blows my mind. And that's why I'm saying again that I'm so fucking grateful. And then actually seeing the love and support from people in the comment section, and kind of seeing how my channel grew in general, and how many people connected with that same mindset, which, like, it's very eye-opening to basically see how many people have been through traumatic events in their life and feel the same way, like the same need for some sort of community to belong to, something to look forward to, something to help pull them through those hard points in their life, or something to laugh about at the end of the day. Like, so many of us feel exactly the same way, no matter what differences we have, culture, gender, sexuality, any of that shit. We all want the same thing, to feel like we belong and we're accepted and we're loved and to be a part of something. I guess what I'm saying is it's really eye-opening to see how many of us want the same thing, and that what this community has become in general is really beautiful in and of itself. Just to keep that in mind, that we're all human and we all feel the same things. We may not look like we're going through tough times, or we've been through something. People pass judgment way too early. I am going off track. This is what happens every time I ever try to film one of these. I just wanted to create a good, positive environment from all of that. Something genuine. All right, that was the longest answer to that question in the face of the earth. What was the game that you went, fuck this, I'm not gonna play this anymore? Oh no. Tomb Raider. Have you ever recorded a gameplay and you didn't like it, so you never uploaded it? I have, actually, and I'm not telling. None of your business. Almost spilled it. I have a really good question. Okay. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Oh, 5 years. Jesus, how old will I be? I'll be 34 years old in 5 years. And yes, I did just count that on my fingers. 34, guys. What? Where do I see myself in 5 years? Like, honestly, I have no idea. I don't know. I'm just going to continue doing what I love to do and see where the wind takes me. If you could choose a game to be remastered for PS5, what would it be? Can we get fucking Dino Crisis already? Because, like, that's just what I want. I just want Dino Crisis to be remastered, please. Guess it wouldn't be a remaster, would it? It would be a remake. Well, oh, I know what I would love. I would fucking love to play Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Oh God, if Grand Theft Auto Vice City was remastered or remade, or there was like a part 2, or I don't fucking know, anything, I think it would have to be like a remake. I would probably, like, my heart would explode because that shit was my childhood. Why are there so many cops out here? What is happening? They're all on their phones chilling. I think a cop got locked out of his own car. But yeah, Vice City was my childhood. All the songs in Vice City basically taught me oldies and how great they are. So yeah, I would love that so much. Oh, so much. How do you cope with the crushing realization that we are specks in a vast cosmos of emptiness, and the innumerable existences beyond our solar system will forever remain beyond our ability to touch or even understand? And so we are destined to be infinitesimal in our life and decay, shadows in the dust of creation. I'm fine. When did you first discover your love for plants? So my mom actually has a super green thumb, and she's always loved plants. So as a kid, she was always in the garden. She was always doing something with them. They were always in the house. I didn't really get into them until it was basically around my health issue era. During that time, I really kind of took solace in the peacefulness of growing plants and being around them and taking care of them. And Luka is barking at the cops now that are outside chilling. And then basically ever since then, it just continued to grow. I mean, I have so many plants, guys. I know for a fact I have over 50 plants in this house. Bordering in addiction. So many gaming related questions here. How about something outside of that? What do you love to do the absolute most when you're not playing games? And how much time do you make for that kind of stuff? So when I'm not playing games, I am usually either taking care of the animals that I do have, drawing, writing. I actually have gotten more into writing in my journal and kind of keeping in touch with how I feel about things and trying to just trying to basically connect myself more with my thoughts in personal time. I basically if I'm not playing games or editing, I'm usually out of that room so that I can unwind in a different environment. I'm usually downstairs watching some sort of show or a movie. In the past, when I first started the channel, I actually gave myself no fucking time to do any of the things that I loved outside of gaming and, you know, putting work into the channel. Literally none, guys. I'm not kidding you. None. So it was a major goal of mine this year to start taking more time for myself so that I don't end up burning out. Basically, and my mornings are dedicated to that. I just chill and unwind a little bit and drink some coffee and either draw or write or watch a show or chat with my friends. Anything to just kind of disconnect a little bit from work-related things or gaming in general. If you could experience one piece of entertainment, movie, game, TV show, etc. again, but as if it's the first time, what would it be? I would love to experience Bloodborne again for the first time. I remember at the time playing that game, some of you were saying in the comment section that it was great to see someone experience it for the first time again and that they wish they could do that same thing or feel the same thing. And now I'm like those people who commented that, because I definitely look for new people that are playing the game and I just wish I could relive what they're living through. Who would you travel with, Joel or Ellie? That one's hard. Ugh, that's so hard though, because I want to travel with both of them. I guess if it were up to me personally, I would want to travel with Ellie just because I feel like I could relate more with her when she wasn't being vengeful and obsessed. I think me and her would get along, I guess is what I'm saying. And it's not because I don't love Joel. I fucking love Joel. I think during the apocalypse, I would rather have a friend figure than a father figure. I guess that maybe that's the best way to explain it. How do you keep yourself inspired to create content? So this question kind of connects back to what I had mentioned earlier, where it's been really important for me to make sure I take time for myself, because there are moments where I have major burnout from working every day continuously on the same things, and even I need to take a step back, because as a content creator, you really don't get time off. You really don't. Say you're not filming or streaming and you're not editing, you still have social media that is constantly blowing you up, and so many different stimuluses that are happening, or sponsorships or whatever the fuck else you have. It's really hard to actually be off. And I think for me to really inspire myself to create content, I actually need time off to think and to feel and to do other things. Then it makes me want to come back and it gives me new ideas to do for you guys, or I feel refreshed and yeah, it's really motivating. And I know that might sound kind of weird, what inspires me is to step back, but it actually is something that's really needed. What do I want my legacy to be as a streamer and in life in general? I think what I really want my legacy to be, and it honestly goes into both my life or streaming, creating in general, I really just want to be able to help someone smile at the end of the day. That's kind of how I live my life in general. I just want to be a good person and I want to give back to people. I know you love animals, but is there one you absolutely don't like? Mosquito counts as an animal, right? Because I really fucking hate mosquitoes. Can we just lump mosquitoes and ticks into the same category of just being absolutely fucking horrible and no one really likes them and they're just awful parasitic pieces of shit. You have any hats? Yes. Marz, do you lift? No. Hey Marz, were you always this wholesome and had a genuinely positive outlook on life? I know you're not always positive since nobody is. It's just that I had to cut off quite a lot of people in my life to finally start being good to myself and feel happy about life. I feel like nobody who attracts positivity as much as you do today did so since the beginning. No, of course not. I did not always have a positive outlook on life, actually. I noticed myself being more of a cynic in the past and thinking more on the negatives, and I still struggle with my bouts of that. Oh my god, I have some serious fucking hat hair after that. Thinking on the more positive side of things takes work. You actually have to work for it, believe it or not. It's not something that is just a natural, I mean, I guess maybe some people are just naturally more positive, but for me, and I know for some other people, it's something you do have to work for. You almost have to take a step back and kind of reassess the way you're feeling and the way you're thinking sometimes and see if you're kind of creating negativity unintentionally. Because I know that even I do that sometimes. And I do strongly believe that if there are people in your life that are bringing you down and making you feel worse and bringing that negativity back into your life, it's not worth it, guys. It's really not worth it. And it's easier said than done to obviously like move on from somebody that you care about or whatever the situation is, but it's like a well-known fact that you shouldn't keep that in your life, that you should surround yourself with people that do make you feel good and make you want to be a better person. And so that's kind of like the way I live things. I kind of cut ties with people that didn't make me feel my best self. My hair is a fucking disaster. Do I plan to have kids in the future? Why is this question a thing? Listen, let's all take a second. Let's sit down. We need a one-on-one discussion about this. In order to have children, you have to have somebody in your life to have children with. Now I know it's definitely going to shock you. It's gonna shock you, but I do not have a boyfriend. It is a question that has come up numerous times. By numerous, I mean constantly. Unless I want to have ghost babies, I don't know. If one day you two disappeared off the face of the earth, what would you do? Would you try to stream full-time on Twitch or work a 9-to-5 job? I would 100% stream full-time on Twitch with you guys. Fuck that 9-to-5. No thank you. That's just not in my nature. Like, I need to be able to socialize with people and talk to people. I could literally talk to a fucking wall, guys. I need it. I need y'all. In your previous video, you said you were a very shy person. Are you still a shy person now than you were back then? That's actually really interesting because I don't think I'm as shy as I was back then. I think that making this channel and being able to talk with you guys and stream and stuff has really helped that. But I am still shy. That's why I blush, and that's why I like, when I meet new people, sometimes I get really nervous and stuff and anxious. So like, I'm definitely still a shy person, but I think I'm better at looking like I'm okay. Does that make sense? It's kind of like fake it till you make it. Is your dog really big or are you that small? Both. In a desert island scenario, would you rather be stuck with the choice of 5 books, 5 video games, 5 films, or 5 pieces of music? You would have the means to read, play, watch, and listen to them. That is a hard question, but you know what? Brains. I think I would go with 5 games, and I would pick games that also had really good music, and so then I'm getting a film, a game, something to do, and music all in one. Does pineapple belong on a pizza or not? No. No pineapple, no pizza. Listen, you put the pineapple on the side, and then the pizza over here. They don't come together. No. All right, guys, that is it for the Q&A. Hopefully this will give you a little bit more about me, feel a little bit more connected on a personal one-on-one. It's been a while since we've had just a chat with each other and not it be like a let's play game through. But yeah, really what I want to say is thank you. Thank you so much for 400k subscribers. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for motivating me. Thank you for giving me something to live for and to be a part of, as well as me helping you guys be a part of something. Like it's not a one-way street. It's definitely goes back and forth between the community and me. You guys give back to me just as much as I give back to you, and that is fucking great. I'm super excited to have everyone new that's on the channel. Welcome to the Marz Fam. Make sure to check out the Discord if you want to be more in touch with the community and to talk amongst everybody. I really do love you guys, and being able to do something that I love every day of my life is something I am so grateful for. Make sure to check out the links in the description, leave a like if you enjoyed, and thanks for blah 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 blah. Make sure to check out the links in the description, leave a like if you enjoyed, and thanks for watching, guys.